And good morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Miner on Friday, October the 14th. I'm back from my day playing golf yesterday, which was very enjoyable. Ollie, for what it's worth, is back from Guanajuato and says he was incredibly impressed by Guanajuato Silver, and that's a huge operation with huge potential. We will get the company over fairly soon so that people can actually meet with them. This is a pretty exciting situation. And Paul, are you off next week to Caledonian Mining?
I am indeed, yes. Off to Zimbabwe.
That'll be enjoyable. Very good. All right, let's look at what we got today. The markets are a bit blue. Let's hope they stay that way. But there's obviously a little bit of optimism about, but not much news in mining. Why don't you start with the big one for mining, which was late last night, actually, I think, which was on the TSX, Barrick Gold.
Yes, that's right. Q3 results out for Barrick Gold are poorer here with 988,000 ounces produced in the third quarter for a decline of 10% on a year-on-year basis. That was due to lower production on various operations like at Carlin and Veladero and Turquoise Ridge operations. Gold cost of sales is expected to be in line with the prior quarter, but they do expect total cash costs and all-in sustaining costs to be about 3 to 5% higher when those financial statements come out. They produced 123 million pounds of copper, though, which is up 23% on a year-on-year basis, and it's 3% higher than last quarter as well. So making some progress on the production there, specifically from the Lumwana copper project there in Africa. Total cost of sales and C1 cash costs, though, in the copper operations are going to be significantly higher, about 8 to 10% higher, in part due to the lower grades being mined now at Lumwana, as well as some higher input costs at Zaldivar. But they do say they will be making the 2022 overall guidance across operations.
Very good. All right. I'll tell you what, not one that we've talked about before, but what about Marula Mining, which is on the Aquis, African Battery Materials Explorer, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Marula just came to that listing on Aquis not too many months ago here. They are exploring for battery materials. Their first project is a lithium pegmatite and tantalum project in South Africa called Blesberg, and they've given a quarterly update on activities today. That's the first project they have. They also have a niobium project in Zambia, and post-period end, they also picked up a direct shipping or a copper project in Tanzania that they just acquired. So the statements here out essentially bring in summary what they had been putting out as individual press releases. This is led by Jason Brewer, who had been a part of Caracal Gold during its IPO, and he is a fast mover, and he blogs incessantly, so you can get several announcements on Marula appearing on Twitter every day.
Yeah, that has its pros and cons, of course, doesn't it? Talking of Aquis, of course, we do have our Aquis Showcase event, which isn't just about mining, but there are going to be some mining companies at it. On November the 29th. Do get in touch with if you'd like to attend. There's free lunch and wine and beer. But we've got 20 companies at the moment presenting. There will be a Britain's Got Aquis competition with head judge Andy Brough deciding which is the best Aquis company out there. And also we have the legendary Rich Ricky will be coming along. Plus others. We're going to have James Wood from Winterfloods explaining the dark arts of market making. It's going to be quite an interesting conference, so get your ticket now. We've got limited spaces whilst tickets are available. That was a little bit of a plug for Aquis. Do you want to do any more mining, Paul?
Yeah, just real quickly to mention the royalty company Triple Flag Precious Metals with its Q3 results out. Revenue of 33.8 million, translating from metal sales of 19.5 thousand gold equivalent ounces. Full year guidance, it believes it will make at the low end of its production statement it made at the beginning of the year, but revenues were down by about 3.5 million to 33.8 million as a result of lower precious metals prices on a comparative basis. So more or less steady as she goes in Triple Flag at this point.
Very good. We'll call it a day there. It looks like it's going to be pretty dry, relatively a bit of sunshine this weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and maybe next week there'll be more news, more on mining stocks.
Very good. See you then.